Number 12 of Tomb of Annihilation. Last week you had a rather large battle with the residents of Mubala, or the people who had taken over Mubala, and it resulted in the death of Gollum, a death of loads of these terror people, and the Flesh Golem died. Nana Poo came ever so close to dying, but she disappeared before you had a chance to inflict the fatal blow on her, and as she died she taunted you, as hags like to do, causing as much mischief and worry and unpleasantness as they can, and she disappeared and basically laughed at Lionel, saying something about his love for Pern as she disappeared. And everything goes quiet. You are in the ruined, derelict place of Mubala, on top of a pinnacle of rock, deep in the jungles of Chult. You've got a magnificent view all around you, and the birds are singing. There's wildlife all around. What do you want to do next?
I go over to Grummet and I go, have this useless bag and chuck it in his face. I threw that summoning bag at him.
Did it not serve you well?
It tried to kill me.
Oh, I doubt that. It's just a tool.
You can have it back.
Well, thank you.
I'm trying to find it. Sorry to drag it over to you. I can't find it on my thing. There it is, bag of tricks. Drag it onto your character.
I'm sorry you found yourself in such a predicament.
Well, I'm glad you're apologizing.
Yes.
Anyway,
What happened, Barlin? Why did you not follow us to the cave?
I was scouting the top there and making sure everything was okay when you were meeting this female, and then you all just vanished. I don't know where you went to, and so I had to look around. I had shush, let me finish. I had to look around the tents, and then you weren't in any of the tents, but there was lots of dead corpses and blood and bones, and so I thought maybe she ate you, and then she came back and tried to kill me, and it was terrible.
We had a long, protracted conversation, Nana Poop, during which we discussed with her what was in the caves beneath this, and then she led us 40 feet, maybe 60 feet over there, well, point down to here, and we went down.
Well, it's a good thing you came back and says, "Hey, Barlin, we're going in this cave. Do you want to come with us?" But no, that didn't happen.
We did not leave your line of sight throughout.
I never saw you go into your cave.
But Santa points, that's where you were stood, pointing, 60 feet to where the cliff edge is. You can clearly see us from there.
Where? What? I don't know what you're on about. I wasn't looking over there. I was looking.
Basically, Santa walks over here. You were here when we moved to the cave.
That's not like trees in the way.
Clear open ground.
Looks like
Anyway.
Looks like bushes and trees. I don't know what you're saying.
Santa walks through it with full torso showing at all points there and here. Anyway.
Well, anyway, next time you pick up some female, don't trust them. Walk away.
She is certainly, she is not one of my, I'm sure she was never one of my people. Whether she was responsible for whatever carnage took place here. If I find out she is, there will be consequences. You
do know that she's Fae. She was Fae. Because of your nature thing.
Yeah, we worked it out. The only unless we suddenly find, oh look, a pixie. That was the Fae. There's nothing else that could be done.
Yeah. Yeah, pursuant to finding out what happened here, can we search the area?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can search the area, and it's actually quite broad, the top of the pinnacle of rock here. You can see there are sort of black mounds placed around the area. There are some stone structures which are crumbled now, and they're sort of about sort of knee-high walls is about the highest you'll get. But most of the Mabali you'll think probably look like it was made of wooden buildings, or hide and things like that. So they have over time collapsed and decayed down into essentially goo, peat or whatever on the ground.
And it's you said it's quite an expansive area, yeah?
Yeah, it's quite large. It looks like there's probably a few hundred people living here. It's not massive. It's not like big as Baldur's Gate or anything like that you've been in. It's or even Port Nyanzaru, but it looks like it was a sizable settlement.
What are you looking for specifically, Kilime? Any areas to look?
I'm searching for anything of interest. If it's all just ruined, that's not particularly interesting. Oh, and I'm also looking to collect several skeletons and piles of bones.
It looks like
Looks like what? Sorry.
I was not going to interrupt Sally.
I just said, why? When Glimmet said about piles of bone.
I didn't say that. I thought it was out of character.
Oh, okay, fine.
He's looking around, and yeah, he seems to be poking through the piles of bones and picking some up and putting them in his bag.
Well, the entrance of Mabala, the gateway there, was stone, and it still stands for the most part, and it looks like Nanapupu has gathered the ancient bones of the settlers here and piled them all up, and skulls and things at the entranceway, so much so that you had to sort of wade through them. So there's a massive pile of bones there. More bones than you need.
Bad sign at all. We should look around, see if we can find something that could tell us about her weaknesses and mode of operation. If we ever encounter her again, that's good to have.
Absolutely. Okay. If you wish, you can make. Well, it depends. Where are you looking? I need something more go on, really.
I don't know. Someone who's good at investigation should investigate.
Well, I think it makes more sense there's more likely to be stuff in the bits that are least ruined. So what we've got, the gate was still up. Skellen, you said there was some ruined stonework around.
Yes, there is. It looks like it's a little off centre from where she is here, but it looks like there were some stone buildings which perhaps formed the centre, or perhaps administration or whatever type of buildings of the settlement. They have been collapsed, but there's big boulders and things around, and some really small sort of knee-high walls. You can look around there if you wish.
Sana will concentrate her search around those bits. It's just more likely that something might be, I reckon, survived there. Anywhere where there would have been Watland Orb, which has collapsed, it's going to be, I think, probably already recovered from. And is it investigation or perception to search?
It depends on how you're doing it. If you just want to sort of poke around, it's a perception. If you're going to investigate, which would be more like trying to work out what areas are and try and work out where something may have fallen, so you can look for something specific, that would be investigation.
Okay. I'll probably do it in a more worky outy, trying to work out, well, if that building's like that building's like that one could have been this, that one could have been this. The average.
Just trying to find an answer to your question.
Okay.
And they're into the near city or the ruins, or
You're like really quiet, mate. Struggling to hear you a bit. So anybody else who wants to make a test can? Looking around the ruins.
Anyone tell me why they were looking around the ruins? Because I didn't hear that part of the conversation.
I'm looking around the ruins because
Glimmy, oh man,
the structure than the mush which is left of a wooden building.
Glimmy, there's so many really nice
Yeah.
bones here. Look at all these lovely bones. You'll be fascinated about trying to connect them together and looking at the workings of the various anatomies. It's so long ago, none of you really found anything useful. You think there might be something here in a more sort of a longer archaeological search, you might be able to uncover something, but just looking around at the moment you don't manage to uncover anything. It's so overgrown and ruined that you don't find anything useful at this time. Inside Nanapupu's camp there are a lot of sort of fetishes, sort of dangling bits of animals, tails, skulls and the like. It's lots of macabre type things, but nothing really of any use. You'll find like a pot and pan and a few sort of everyday kind of items, but nothing out of the ordinary.
nothing that could tell us about like how she, uses her powers, or what she gets her from, or gets it from, or what, anything like that.
Not really, no.
No.
Only a certain spellcaster watching her doing stuff would be able to do that sort of thing. Sorry, that's not my card to say that. Oops. Oh, have we finished searching this area? Should we go on to where we were meant to be going? Or do we? I don't trust she might come back. Maybe she wants to pick up, some new food or something.
How late in the day is it?
It is 2:49 p.m. on the third day of the 13th of Alturia.
It always feels like nighttime. I don't know why.
Probably because we've been fighting and we're all exhausted and nearly dying and things. I don't know. If this looks like a good place to set up camp, I don't know, it might be early, but I don't know what the
Well,
trade is.
Did you search your cave then? See if there's any treasure in there. Oh, sorry. I mean,
We already searched down there. That's where we found the potion. Recovered or rescued Woblin and the silver dagger. You take silver dagger for backpack.
Silver dagger?
Yes. When we rest, what Glimit is going to see if there is anything particularly special about it.
Looks special to me already.
And
Got a long climb down, but
perhaps we should start rather than resting here. If the return, this would be the obvious place to find us again.
yes.
But I just said that.
Yeah,
Why? You don't even listen to me. You
I
get.
think
I
I'm
don't know what's going
agreeing with you. I think you're very wise to try and evade her clutches.
on. I almost buzzer clutches.
So what's the outcome of the discussion? Are you camping
If we
here, or are
can,
you going to move
if
on?
we can head down, we can probably put a few hours journey away from here, and then find somewhere safe to camp within the foothills. And then tomorrow we can continue to strike west towards Orolongo.
Do we have to climb down on the west? Because didn't they say this was a plateau?
There are steps. There's a pathway that sort of spirals around the pinnacle of rock.
Some voice in my head is telling me stuff I didn't see. Oh my goodness.
I don't think there is an alternate way down than the one we took up here.
That's good. Well, let's head west, see what's out there. Because if we get closer, maybe we see more. Didn't Clement say he had a magnifying glass or something? Or sorry, what's he call them things that let you see far away?
No, we discussed getting a telescope, but it's expensive. A spyglass.
He's always moaning about money.
Couldn't he conjure one? You can conjure things, can't he?
What
Ooh.
Clement? I don't know. Can he?
Let's go and ask him.
He conjured up a statue, you know, of those goblins.
He did.
Yeah. Statue would be harder, wouldn't it? You think something made out of glass would be easy to make?
Yeah, but the statue just made out of like one solid piece of something.
He just
else.
created a floating disc.
Like, you go for and ask him.
Well, we
Or-
have to get
or-
down in this direction, heading towards I think it's the eastern edge we came up.
What?
We have to go west, though.
I don't think there's a way down west. We have to go down and then around.
How do we know? We haven't gone to the west to look.
We did.
Ben,
Well, sorry, you were not there. The cave that we went down, it had an exit on the west, and I went to the ledge and looked, and it's a very long drop, and there did not seem to be any steps going down from.
got rope, haven't we?
I do not think we've got in excess of 1,000 feet of rope.
There's always problems to my plans. Okay. We'll
Balin,
go
there's no issue
east,
with the plan.
and
We
then
just
we'll
need to
go
go
down.
down and then west.
and go round then.
Why not go west?
He says it's a big drop and we'll hurt ourselves.
We're on top of the pinnacle. We need to get to the ground before we head west. That's all.
He's scared of the big thousand.
Is that really the case? I thought the plateau was kind of flat.
I know, I know. You know,
It is,
I'm
but
I'm
we're
a
at the
dwarf.
top of a very high
I
plateau.
bet you if I walk over to that west cliff and I look down, I'll see a perfectly good,
Go on then, Balin.
lovely path going down. Because you
Go,
what
Balin.
are you again? You're human. You just can't see stuff. Okay, I'm going over there. Have a look at that path. I'm marching over to the edge of that cliff. I'm looking at that cliff and I'm looking for a path down. So,
You have a look over, and it's a massive drop. It plunges down. It's I think so. It's like 1,000 feet high or something. It's massive.
You
The
mentioned that,
pinnacle anyway. Yeah.
I come back and say, okay, this time you're right. There's no path, but next time let me look.
Of course, if you wish to, there's no problem.
I did look. Seems
Hmm.
someone removed the path.
So we are like at a high point of the plateau, like one of those round areas. That's sort of like a
It's like a
we're-
big 1,000-foot tall column, and we're on top of the column.
right. Okay. I thought you were talking about like going off the whole plateau and then going back on it again.
No.
Yeah, that would make any sense.
because we have to get over to the other. So, yeah, whenever someone says plateau, I always picture Tarzan. That's all I always think of from the film days. And
I think it'll be a couple of hours descent. I think it took us a couple of hours to get up here. But
do
then
we
we'll just
really,
head around the bottom and head west a bit.
do we really want to go all the way down to the bottom? Because that's where the flies are, and we haven't
But
had any
other-
flies up here.
I know, but there is nothing else up here, Balin.
Oh, but we were going to. Someone wanted to rest somewhere.
Well, we're
Someone
not going
said
back
that.
to the swamp though. Are we? Is that,
Well, we won't be going down into the swamp.
yeah, that's
The
what
the
flies
ground had dried out significantly before we got here.
Alright, so you, with the sound of Barlin's grumbling ringing in your ears, you descend down, back down to these hills at the bottom and begin to make your way westward, striking west towards where you saw the ziggurats protruding out of the forest canopy far to the west. Alright, so if everybody would like to make me a, well, I'm going to need 2 d20 rolls, please. So the first 2
Let someone else do
d20s.
that.
Yay! Woo! Woo!
Just to let you know, Skellen,
Low.
aim is to go almost completely due west. Then we get a little bit of jungle. We cut through the jungle to the river. And then once we're due east of Orolongu, head through the jungle at that point.
Alright, well, you can move your little campfire token if you like. I think you will see
We're
it.
finishing
So
Mambala now, aren't we?
move it where you wish to go.
Basically, I think. Oh, it's only let me do entire. That one, but not going into the jungle, skirting around the edge of the jungle.
Alright, you'll get a few hours out, so you make quite good progress and you'll be able to set up camp for the evening. And the day will pass. You'll set up your watches as normal.
Watches.
Watches, we have Warbling first, Barling second, Limit third. Those are the watches currently.
Ooh, good, good.
Are you
Clement, what happens to your oil when you're sleeping? Do you know what's happening with it?
It depends on how dangerous this is. Normally I have it watching,
Okay.
but it depends what's happening right now.
So we're doing watches at night, and I wanted to know what happens with, because I don't understand what the familiar does. I thought maybe you fall asleep and it fell asleep, or is it stay awake all 100%, 24/7 sort of thing?
That's up to the DM, I think. I assumed it stayed awake, but
It's magical. It's a magical creature, isn't it? It doesn't really need sleep and stuff. It can just be.
I mean, it has a really good passive perception, so I think it's kind of helps to keep it watching.
Okay, I put up my tent because I'm the one with the tent, and I sleep in my tent. And then wake up for my watch. And close my tent down when I'm finished.
Oh yeah, the owl. It was cool, that owl was.
Actually, it's the skeleton I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah. He's going to have to move like the Jason the Argonaut skeletons as well. Anyway. Alright, so you'll make camp and the owl will stay on watch. Beadly eyed. And the dawn will break and a brand new day in the Forest of Chult. So, 3 d20 rolls from you, please, as you continue to strike west.
Someone else rolled because me and Warbling rolled.
Oh, and
That's a
survival.
survival
Apologies.
roll for
yeah.
navigation. Oh, did you give us a long rest?
No, I didn't, because I'm a big meanie. Hold on one second.
You're birds in the best distance.
Okay, and another 2 d20 rolls, please.
It'll be Senna and
Yeah, I made a survival roll.
roll your dice. Roll your d20, Gilman. No fair.
Sorry.
Roll dice 20 for the what happens. And then I'll roll again. The undead.
And, have you? Oh yeah, you've just got them in your pack at the moment, haven't you? A collection of bones.
Well, this morning when I recovered spells, I'll summon them.
Okay,
Okay.
so you awake, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah, Glimmet rubs his hands gleefully together and begins a sort of strange ritual of candles and incense and so on. He assembles a pile of bones in the centre, and, kind of links them all up.
Okay, Jade regards you curiously and moves forward and just nudges one of the bones with her nose.
Glimmet patiently pushes it back into place.
That's exactly what Jade's thinking. Yeah.
I'm actually trying to find the spell now. Let's see what it requires.
Okay, you rummage around through your spell book. Sana, with your survival roll there, you'll be able to find some nice breakfast for everybody.
So, it takes a minute.
Took some time to get something slightly more palatable. I mean, we're not in a jungly section at the moment, so hopefully it may be small game and that sort of thing.
Yeah, you'll be able to get some small jungle-type animals, lizardy things probably.
Meat, because I think Barlin needs meat. He wasn't really liking the high protein chitin diet that we were having before. So
Some more 4 legs.
yeah, I'll try and avoid anything with 4 legs for his benefit.
More than 4 legs, I said.
Well, 4 legs is fine. That's
4
big.
legs is fine.
What is 3 legs?
Well, 3 legs
Fine.
just means we haven't eaten it all.
But 6 and 8 legs is right out.
Yeah.
Well, is for example, is 5 legs more okay than like if it's an insect missing? Never mind.
I think it all depends on the amount of radiation in the local area, whether 5 legs is valid on.
Alright, so as you are preparing breakfast, Glimmet will begin doing some strange incantations around a circle of bones, and there'll be a sound of sort of gentle wind whistling around his ritual.
No need to be alarmed.
Why?
What are you?
Okay. The pile of bones kind of rattles together and rises to a form of a skeleton.
It's slow.
Minions, prepare my breakfast.
The bones slowly coalesce together, and with a rattle, it will stagger to its feet and shuffle awkwardly over towards Glimmet and stand next to him.
I actually do it twice if this one survives.
If it survives. Well, is anyone doing anything?
Don't worry, he'll be no trouble. He'll stay out of the way and just assist me in my duties. He'll look after us. He's a good friend. I pat him on the bony shoulder.
We've come to a place that's got loads and loads of undead trying to kill everyone, and you just thought it would be a brilliant plan to create a new one?
Well, these won't try to kill everyone. Just the people I want them to kill.
How do you know he's loyal?
Because I researched the spell myself, and it is in the nature of the spell that it is loyal. Perfectly loyal, in fact.
Yeah, but you give me a nice pet and a bag thing, and it give me a pet, and it didn't go loyal. So what happens if someone casts some spell on it and it becomes disloyal and tries to kill us?
Well, that could happen to any of us.
Yes, I do not mean to understand the manner in which you have created this creature, Glimmet, but might I suggest not doing so when we are in the areas of the jungle known to have some taint? It may be there is a force there that would, well, pull it from your control.
Yeah, there's powerful necromancy afoot. That's kind of the thing.
If our map is accurate, it is okay here, but east of the river, I think we should think twice. But
We see the tent on the map.
it's marked on the
Okay.
map we have.
I don't know how you see this on the ground. Is like the ground turn a funny color?
I can sense their presence. Also, okay, we'll see how it goes, Glimmet. But
Oh, that's good. If there's traps, you can make it walk over them, and it won't kill him because he's dead.
Oh, yes, yeah, I'm sure it will be of great use.
Yeah.
There's many tasks to perform. And one of which is I immediately hand it the two other skeletons in the bags to carry.
What do you do if we go into a populated area?
I'll probably leave it outside.
Yeah, and you don't think he's going to get attacked when people see a walking skeleton?
Hopefully they won't see it.
Well, you can put it in a river. It doesn't breathe, so it won't die, will it? I think there's lots of water around the big city. Anyway, let's see what the Naga says about it.
Okay, so and Lionel, how are you getting on with your mount?
I'm well confused.
Well confused? Okay, let's help
Trying
you
to-
out.
Yeah, trying to work out what would work. And just
Well,
give some examples like axe beak, camel, elk, giant bats, goat, lizard.
axe-beaks are cool.
Elk would be okay in a forest, but I don't know if it'll be in a jungle.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be a bit hot.
warhorse, mastiff, pony. But again, they're not really.
A mastiffs for people who are smaller than you, you wouldn't be able to ride it.
No, it's medium size. Oh right, right. Does it have to be a bigger size than me?
Yeah, ideally you'd want it, yeah, for a dwarf, I guess. There's got to be something we can. It needs to be some sort of dinosaur type thing, I guess, doesn't it?
I thought mastiff was for halflings. Can't remember. Is there nothing in there for in this special book for different animals, pets? Like does it give you anything in that class? Does it say you can change it to these animals instead? Let me just look up yours.
No, it gives you those examples, I think, is all you get.
Oh,
Yeah, it just tells me those ones as well. Some of the ones I said.
Warhorse, pony. I mean, you have to stick with your choice as well, don't you? I don't think you can change, or can you? Because isn't it a magical creature, your warhorse?
It's a magical creature. Yeah. I think I can re-summon it as a different steed. It just.
Let me have a look at warhorse.
what's it? Where do you get it? Is it just a spell or is it an ability?
It's a spell.
Oh, okay, that's probably why I can.
Oh, is it not a paladin ability? I thought it was a paladin ability.
No, it's a paladin only spell.
What's it called?
It turned everything into spell for me.
Is it one you get regardless of what? You not get a choice
Yes.
to pick something else?
I get it regardless.
What's it called?
Fine steed. Not from the Avengers.
So we're looking at challenge rating a half, aren't we? So if I
But it goes up to a half, I think, is the warhorse. Some of them are less than that, I think. Quarter, some of them. Depends which ones you look at. But if you're going to choose, I suppose you'd choose the half one with the warhorse out of that choice. I don't know, would a warhorse work in the jungle, or is it not?
Well, they had horses in South America, didn't they?
No, it's going to be a fey warhorse. It's not an actual warhorse.
you could have a war ostrich.
That would be a scary sight.
Honestly, I don't know. You just have to just keep looking at that. I have to have a think.
Yep.
There must be someone else. If you Google something like 5v2 Tomb of Annihilation Paladin Steed, I bet you someone else has thought of this. Someone somewhere. Alright, so are there now two? There are two minions. So Glimmet continues his incantation and another skeleton rises shakily to its feet from the pile of bones and stands dutifully next to its master. And I guess you'll continue on, will you, travelling?
Yes.
Fair enough. With your new comrades, you've now got a massive party. How many? It's like 9 of you. Crikey.
Oh, okay. So they're saying here, guys, that it takes the form of it's actually a spirit. It's not.
Yes.
It just looks like
But
something.
it's still got to look like something.
So you make it look like anything. It doesn't matter what it looks like.
Oh,
You make it look like a dinosaur. You make it look like anything.
But it has the stats of that dinosaur, but I don't know how.
Does it?
I tell you
Yeah,
what.
so it has the stats, but better intelligence.
I tell you how we're going to get around this then, because it's not a normal creature. Now, normally horses would struggle in the terrain, but we could have it not struggle so much in the terrain here and just have the warhorse, because it's not a normal warhorse.
Okay.
I'll go with the Occam's razor solution.
I summoned a warhorse ages ago then, if that's okay.
Yep.
Which has intelligence 6 and can talk to me.
Okay. Are you going to make this as a character as well? Because we may as well just make it to round 10 at the top.
Go on then.
Well, hold on a minute. Let me share the warhorse stats with you. Oh, it's actually in the player's guide.
D&D stuff. I've got trampling charge.
There you go. It's in the chat window box thingy.
So do I just create a new character with that then? Or
Can if you want, yeah, or you could. I don't know whether it'll actually need it or not.
You'd be mostly riding it, wouldn't you? It only becomes separate animal when you get off it. Use its attacks.
Yeah, you can probably get away with not doing it with a separate.
but I
thing,
can send it a mile away and still communicate with it. So whatever it sees, I can see, or it can tell me what it's seeing.
Okay, make it as a separate character then.
But
if you
it
wish.
doesn't necessarily need a character sheet for that. I don't know.
Up to you, mate. Whatever you're most comfortable controlling. You'll need to name him though, because you can't even call Warhorse. That'd be terrible.
Oh, that one's been used.
Yeah.
That's been taken.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. You get the cannot have this name error message. So, all right. So is everyone happy now?
Yeah, I'm perfectly happy. I'm just suddenly realizing that there's more undead around me than I was a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, that's pretty unusual. Okay, so you continue trekking through the forest and undergrowth. Let's see. Heading. Yeah, this guy really sucks at. Alright, so as you are moving, you hear the sound of crashing, breaking trees, and the sound of undergrowth being sort of snapped and torn out, coming from up ahead. Actually, you're fairly hilly, aren't you, at the moment? So you perhaps don't hear that quite so much.
Well, we are. I was sticking us relatively close to the tree line, but
Okay.
yeah, still hilly area.
I'm going to go straight forward with your seat then, because basically it's going along the side of the. It's basically just crashing through any terrain which kind of gets in its way. It is away from you, the other side of a sort of a rock, but it's huge. It looks like this.
That's like, is it a beast?
Is it a beast?
No, it is not a beast. That is not a beast. That is a cyclops.
It is a cyclops. It is kind of heading in your direction. It's moving at a fairly swift pace. Looks like it's on a mission. I'll put you onto the map.
I was about to say, considering its inherent lack of depth perception, do we think it spotted us?
I'll give it a chance.
This is where Santa thinks to herself, why didn't they pass without trace?
I'm thinking, why the hell's Barlin right in front of it?
You always tend to be. I don't know what it is with you. You always get right in front of these things.
Hey, Sana, you think you could hit it in the eye?
I could try.
That's the first thing to do, and then, if it can't see us, then we're pretty safe, wouldn't you just say? Or has it got
If
good
we can stay
hearing?
quiet.
Where are the skeletons gone?
Oh, sorry, I just trying to tidy things up.
It's alright.
I'll add them.
This army of skeletons.
Are they with you?
Minion 1, Minion 2. Is it Minion 3 and Minion 4 as well?
So where did Minion 1 go to? Vanished, there he is.
Why are they... I don't know what the order is on this top line. It's random for anyone else, but...
I'll never know.
Would it be less complicated if they just acted on my turn? I remove them from the order.
I thought the undead ones might have done that.
What's the spell say?
I mean, they're independent. They act on their own, I think.
Yeah, we'll leave it to that then. It'll give you like 3 or 4 goes every turn.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Well, you're gonna have that anyway if you're playing, if you've got them. So, but it'll be cool. It'll be quick because they can't do that much, can they? I think they're only going to be sort of move and shoot type guys, aren't they?
Yeah.
We're the only person that doesn't have any animals to follow us around.
Oh, I feel lonely now. Yeah.
It does indeed have poor depth perception. Does this huge cyclops? It's crashing through the undergrowth towards you. It doesn't appear to have seen you. What are you doing?
Quickly gesture to everyone to head into the bushes. See that boulder? Quickly behind it.
We all can fit behind one boulder. Let's go behind that big rock.
That's what I was talking about. Oh, tower. Anyway.
Okay, you all, well, looks like Warbling's moving there. Everyone make me a stealth check, please. I love how you get a 10, you
Best I
roll a
could get
1.
with a 1.
That's impressive.
Auto fail. Oh, actually, are we in?
Yes.
No, I don't get advanced. I don't get.
Wow. You know, Lionel, you could make less noise if you took your armor off.
I am on a horse, for God's sake. It's not that easy to be stealthy.
And the minions, please.
Well, I figured we fail anyway. It doesn't make any difference.
Well,
Yeah, but if he only spits
just play
spots
dead.
me,
it does matter.
Terrible rolling.
What do you mean? I did pretty well.
On the whole, we're doing terribly. Yes, you did quite well, but on the whole, not good.
Okay, it mattered because you'd actually got away with it if it wasn't for those.
Damn skeletons.
Yeah, because he wasn't that fussed, but the skeletons are just like no. So is he turns as he hears basically Warbling crashing through the bush, and Lionel next to him. Actually, Warbling was quite quiet, wasn't he? Sorry, Warbling. It's Lionel, isn't it, who's rattling around
yeah,
quite a
very
lot.
much me.
It looks towards you, Lionel, and you see its brow or furrow, and it sort of shakes its head, and it looks like it's just sort of watching to see what you'll do. But then it catches a sight of the skeletal warrior shuffling through the undergrowth next to you. It lets out a roar and puts its head down and begins to charge towards you.
Who would have thought that skeletons were bad? You know,
But the skeleton,
not big reasons.
yeah, but the skeleton, it gets a chance to react.
Maybe you could just use them to distract him, then we run away.
Choke them with their bones.
Is that actually a rock between us and it?
It's a huge boulder thing, yes.
So it can see. Okay, I'm just commanding my skeletons to turn into a pile of bones on the ground.
It could see them before. Basically, they were down there when you moved, and you were like stealthing over, so it saw you as you were going in.
Jade's move is 30. 3, 5, 3, 6. Running in that direction. Oh, I can move Jade on. Yay!
That's much better, isn't it? Don't rely on me for such nonsense.
Basically, that was from a whispered command from Sana. Run past. Try to distract it.
Warbling.
Ooh. So has it engaged us yet?
Nope, it's roared, held up a big mighty club, and is sort of charging towards you. You can see it beginning to move, but you're first to the punch, if you like. You get to react.
Ooh.
It's the biggest thing with full. It's 3x3.
It's huge.
Got a question, but where is Carrie's character? Oh, he's underneath the skeletons. Okay.
Yeah, it's in between them. See the little dash
think
poking.
I'm going to wait. Like whatever
Delay.
it is.
Okay, you can delay, but you'd need to put a trigger on an action you want to do.
Well, he's probably got quite a. He's probably quite. He can probably move quite far. So I'm gonna say, if he comes within 3 tiles of anyone on our team,
What you're doing is you're holding an action. So if he goes freeze tails, you then do an action.
Yeah.
So what actions you want to do if he's 3 tiles away?
Oh, I think I'm gonna. Screw it. I'll just shoot him twice because I can do that.
All right.
It's not going to be very effective, but yeah.
I don't think you can hold your action to shoot him if he gets within 3 tiles.
Yeah, but then I might as well just attack him like close up. Because shooting counts as an attack, right? So I can shoot twice as well.
When you take the attack action, you now get an extra attack.
Yeah.
It's true.
Unless your weapon you're using has got the reload. At which point you can only ever fire it once, I think, in a single round.
That's correct. I'm not sure.
Bows have reload.
I think it's the disadvantage. Let me just double check. I'm not.
I think you're right there. I don't know whether light crossbows have them or whether it's just heavy crossbows that need to be reloaded.
It has loading, which
Something in the rules about reload. I remember reading it once.
Yeah, it's in the weapon section. Hang on. Get there a second. I'm pretty sure that is what it is.
I think John's kind of right. I'm just not sure whether.
Yeah, loading. Because of the time required to load this weapon, you can fire only one piece of ammunition from it when you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to fire it, regardless of the number of attacks you can normally make. You're trading off the extra damage, basically.
I think there is a feat somewhere that allows you to.
I think crossbow master or something like that.
Right. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna wait for it to come closer and then do a melee attack.
Okay. Limit.
Go, Clement.
Sorry. I'm going to, as bonus action, command my minions to retreat behind us and then sort of just collapse into the undergrowth. Then I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. And mini 1 does your running off.
Just can't get the right minions, can you?
I will. Where am I? Can I see around that boulder, or am I? Or is it just?
You can see him just because he's so huge. He's massive,
Right.
this guy.
I will. I will shoot. I'm gonna assume, if it's alright, for this battle, I'm gonna assume my horse is just somewhere else feeding, because I haven't got my head around how to use the horse yet. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So I'll just, unless I can figure it out. So shoot.
Okay. You can be mounted, I think, but yeah, okay. It's fine. He can be eating merrily.
Oh, sod it. We'll be on the horse then. I'm on the horse and I'm shooting.
All right.
Does it make a disadvantage or anything like that, or being on the horse?
Don't think so.
Don't think so.
I am one with the horse.
Let's leave that until later.
Yeah. We might really fancy
Yeah, there's an actual feat called Mounted Combatant, which you can probably get later.
Does it riding type thing? I'll have to look up mounted combat. I didn't. Not sure about it. Not come up before. Okay, you shoot Barlin.
Oh, okay.
You had
I
everyone
shoot
targeted. You had everyone targeted.
Oh, I have. Oh no! Hang on.
From you.
I've shot everyone. Oops.
Apart from the Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
hang on. Can I start that again?
yeah. If
Just
you at the top of the map, you should have a little target sign with a red cross through it. If you click that, it clears all your targets. That's it. So you've got no targets now. So now we'll have to put back the damage you did, though.
We should have 8 temporary hit points, shouldn't we?
Yes, you should. Everyone should have 8 temporary hit points. Sorry about
We can
that.
just replace it.
Oh, I shot myself as well.
Oh, I don't think
That's
actually.
impressive.
Oh, so you'll should have 4 hits back, basically.
Yeah, because he gives us his level plus his charisma bonus in temporary hit points, doesn't it? Which I think is 8.
Ah, well, I missed. I deserved to miss.
Oh, no, you can still have a hit. I'm okay with
No,
that.
he did. He
Oh,
missed.
okay.
He rolled it again and missed.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I think the first hit was okay. It was just the damage because you did hit the Cyclops. That's it. Okay,
You're not
the
fit.
bolt will stick into its gut, but it doesn't appear to notice too much. And your turn if you're done, please, sir. Ow! With a roar.
Or in unrelated news, in case Kerry wonders if you've got any keyboard shortcuts that disappear, they're actually character dependent. When I switch over to Jade, I don't have a shortcut for calling up Jade.
Oh right. Oh, I didn't realise that. It basically just runs thundering through the undergrowth towards you. Sai, you're up.
Okay, this is going to be risky, but I think it has to be done. Sana will back away, and if she doesn't get hammered because of stupid reach, I really hope out reach, I'm then going to fire at the Cyclops.
It is within 3 tiles of someone allied, so could I get my move now? Before, I don't know.
You can only ready an action, not a movement. So no, sorry. Well, you can shoot it. You can shoot it.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that then at least. Well, if I knew that, I would have engaged. Damn it. Now I'm going to make Lionel take all the damage again. Sorry, Lionel.
Well, not necessarily. He's not. It depends what the initiative does next round.
Okay, I'll shoot it.
You missed anyway.
Oh.
Sana.
Right, there's no such thing as an aim, is there? So I can't do an aimed shot for the thing's eye.
No, I don't think so. It's taking that you're trying to do as much damage as possible with every shot you take.
Oh, one more in. Hang on. Let's drop that elsewhere. Hunter's Mark. Oh, right. So this one's on me. That's the me effect, Hunter's Mark, which I put on me. And then it shifts drag onto the Cyclops. And then longbow.
Looks like he's fairly easy to hit, this guy. He's massive. I'll see
And
wince in pain with that.
Ineffectively, about 30 feet away from the thing, Jade sees an opportunity to nip at the air. But there's nothing within range for her to use a reaction to get a bonus attack on it. So on to Balin. Actually, I've got some movement left, so
Are you moving?
I've just continued to move around the boulder.
Okay, I'm going to ready my action. And at the end of my turn.
What are you readying your action for?
Because I want to.
I thought you had to say what the trigger condition.
Oh, I have. I have said it.
I can't find my owl.
Ah,
Okay, well, he's going to assist.
Browse down at the safe. It's the big thing. It's down.
Looks like an owl.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You need to put your token back in here later.
So 5, and then flies up 55. No. 40? Yeah. He'll assist Lionel in attacking it.
All right.
And I'll get to go.
Actually, I
Oh.
found out the assist lasts until. Hang on. Help. Help is on the character you're helping's next turn, isn't it?
So you could do it twice.
Yeah, so I could help whoever's nearest. I could help. Where's Warbling gone?
He's up by the boulder.
He's on the boulder.
Oh yeah, he'll assist Warbling. And we'll hide.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just within
Did the GM get my messages? Because he's not replying.
You told me not to reply.
Go reply then. Shh.
You told me not to say anything.
I wasn't getting any response, so I didn't know what was happening.
Funny. Okay,
Hit that one.
Jade leaps up at it. Oh my god, goes straight for the tendon, I think, with that. Pity he didn't follow through the damage, but yeah. Well aimed.
Okay, so it's my go, and I will. I'm still hidden, am I? It didn't see me, so I've got advantage on this. I will
You've got
fire.
advantage anyway because you've got a minion within. You've got an ally within 5 feet of it.
I thought that was sneak attack. I get them to both. Sorry, yeah, I thought I get them mixed up. I thought it was sneak attack was if you got someone nearby.
Yeah, it is. You don't have advantage, you have sneak attack.
Well, if I'm stealthed, I have advantage, don't I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If he doesn't see you.
Okay, so let's do this. Sneak attack. And where's my arrows? Advantage.
Dropped to 1, that's pretty good, so it's a
Good
hit.
job. Three to 6 sneak attack. It's got to be good.
Having a bad day is this Cyclops.
And that's me done.
It did reveal you, so he can see you now.
Okay, we'll try and charge in. Where's Warbling? Not that I'm scared of doing this by myself, but you know.
You're just thinking that, aren't you, quietly? In a slightly
Yes.
higher pitch.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'll be there any minute, hopefully.
You'll be fine, he looks like a right wussy.
Have I got advantage?
Yeah, he was helping you.
Yeah. So is that for both my attacks or
Just
just
first
the
one.
first attack?
It's on the first one.
Right. I will attack then with advantage.
That's a hit.
That definitely hits.
I will use. I think this is going to be a big bugger, so I'm going to use my. You know what I use. Smite. That's the fella. Do I need to target myself to do smite? Is it set it on, or do I just click it?
I think you just click it. It should be set up right.
Let's find out.
Yep, it's done. Okay, you hit it, and a bright flash of divine energy, an explosion hits the creature.
My horse. How does it attack it?
I
Do
don't
I have to use
think
one of my
it-
attacks for it? It has an attack.
If
The
you're-
hooves attack.
It does, but if you're controlling it, it doesn't get an attack, I think.
Okay.
You can either control the mount or allow it to act independently. So I think because you've moved on it this round, that's
No, that's fine. That's right. So long. So.
Second attack hits, well done. You're all pretty badass now.
Sorry?
You're all
I'm going
badass.
to use another spell slot. I assume I can use it twice in one turn.
What?
My divine smite. Can I use it twice in one turn?
Let me have a look at it.
it will normally
Wait.
say you can only do it once.
When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can expend one spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target. In addition to the weapon's damage, the
Yeah,
extra
you can
damage
do
is
it twice.
reduced.
It's not an action.
Yeah, so I can just do it.
That's awesome. That has been able to double up on that. Outrageous amounts of damage you're pumping
Pain
out.
through your
20 again.
It roars in anger and pain as your holy sword cuts into it.
Set you up. Who's going to fish him off? He's only got 183 left.
Firebolt.
Why don't you make him float in the air like you did that old woman?
too heavy.
Robot thing. Whatever you call it thing. Flesh thing.
My firebolt should have 2d10 on it, but how do I upgrade it?
Hold on, let me fix it.
I forgot cantrip scale.
There's like
Should be 2d10, yeah?
Yeah.
How much movement would it take me to get on top of the boulder?
Just say it's double move to get up it. So 2 for the first square, and then yeah.
It's alright, it's all I move. I will pot shot the Cyclops.
Oh, unlucky.
It's alright, because I attempted to attack, which means I'm just double checking if it's on an attempt or on a success. Coordinate attack. Yep, it's when I use the attack action on my turn. So then Jade uses her reaction to bite him.
Get him, Jade.
bite his big toe. It's terrible when your pet's better than you.
Okay, it's covered in blood now as the Cyclops. The minion walks off whistling innocently and wobbling.
Hey, now I'm gonna get to double attack the thing. Finally.
You had advantage on that.
Okay.
Have another attack.
Yeah, because
See
I
if
was
it's a
helping you.
crit.
Should I not have had advantage then?
Yeah.
Oh, was
You
he
did.
helping both of us?
Yeah.
You did have advantage on your first one, didn't you, Lionel?
Yes, I did. I just thought because if he was helping,
Yeah, but it's because of the because the advantage ad is
The counts
until
are hit.
the persons go.
oh, so he's helped me, and then for his second turn he helped. So he's
Just throw,
helped twice.
throw all your damage. It should only do the longsword damage. Hopefully, it won't do the crit.
Cool.
It did.
Did
didn't it?
says critical.
Doubled it. Okay, it's staggering around.
Was that the first attack then? Oh, yeah.
That was your second attack, wasn't it?
I'm a bit confused.
Yeah, he throwed a crossbow light to hit and did a crit on it by mistake.
Oh yeah, you got another attack. Yeah, you got another attack.
So while it's staggering, sort of.
But it's had 2 lots of damage taken off, hasn't it?
Is it? No, it's right.
It did damage 8.
Oh wait, yeah, you did. You already did 8 damage to it earlier, didn't you? Yeah, I'll take that off. Yeah, that's right. Okay,
It's better than non-critical damage.
still damage.
Oh, I would hate to be who he is going to hit.
Come
Well,
on.
Warbling just attacked him, so you know he's
Yeah.
quite simple. So he's probably going for his last attacker, I'd say.
What happens to plate armor when it gets smashed flat with the person inside it? That's what we're going to find out now.
I haven't got plate armor yet.
You really hate him, Lionel, Sars.
Oh, +9.
Ah, you're fine.
Oh, that's bad.
However, with his next attack,
Oh, his next attack.
yeah, he's a bit simple, isn't he? He's just I'm just picking on
No,
you,
he's not.
Lionel.
He's
Sorry.
That eye has just got a sparkle behind
Come
it.
on, don't attack.
He's so thinking, you know what? I've just been hit twice.
And yeah, he's still up. Just
Am I? Where's my health? Oh no, I'm okay. I've only lost 27.
Oh, I'm getting last again. Oh.
Damn it, Lionel, why are you
Oh.
doing this?
Just before you. Come on, people. Him. Where's this owl that breathes fire? Where's he gone?
We went Kill off.
What the hell happened to all these minions of skeletons? I thought we had like 80.
well, the skeleton's
soldiers.
backed off.
Um,
What is that?
Al will assist. See who's. Oh, anyone. Who wants to be assisted? Balin. Balin.
Have assistance.
Not Balin, he's rubbish. He can't hit him.
This means you give me advantage, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like advantage.
If we look at average damage, I've been doing 20, they've been doing 7.
The,
Do you need to
wait, that
apply
was-
sneak attack again?
did click the button. No.
It doesn't matter because the beast collapses to the ground with a which makes the whole ground shudder and shake as it succumbs to the
Can't
massive onslaught
Barley
from the horde of you.
I can't believe Balin got the bloody steel kill.
Oh. Let's try
You
and
say
find out.
horde. There's only actually one minion actually attacking it in that lot.
Yeah, but there's a horde of you. Look at the desktop. It's like it's like half my screen's players.
Few of them ran away. So the only two I thought would never run away, but there you
They were commanded to run.
go. Yeah, I know. I was making, the joke of that.
The owl didn't run.
Jump down off the rock onto the prostate form of the dead giant.
So, if this giant has got gold coins, there'd be massive gold coins. They might be worth even like 500 gold.
I doubt he's got any money, but feel free to look.
Yeah, do they make their own? Do giants have their own currency? I don't know. I don't think so.
Check him over for any signs of basically disease or anything, any reason why he's out here.
I would imagine with such huge feet, he's easy to track.
Exactly. Well, we won't be going in the direction he came from. Sure.
Where's my perception roller?
Anybody know? Anybody know anything about Cyclops? Glimmet, maybe?
What's
Sorry.
What you're asking about?
Glimmet intelligence, perhaps? Roll, I don't know. I'm just trying to see if any of you know anything about Cyclopses, things you've read or whatever.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that part, so
Ah, sorry.
you were confused.
A bit.
Roll them?
I guess there'll be. You'll know that they are tend to be solitary creatures. Can
Are they
be
particularly native to jungles?
not particularly, though. They can be.
Then I know nothing.
Can be. No, not particularly.
Well, it's one giant. When there's one giant, there must be a mummy giant.
And we should keep moving. Lionel, are you okay?
You see me glow, and then thank you.
She probably asked you if you were okay after glowing.
Yes.
I'm just laughing at your table of
Roll twice on a D1.
Yeah.
I can predict what those results are going to be.
Well, to say roll twice on a D1, doesn't it? But that wasn't what he rolled. It rolled. It did roll twice on the
Well,
table.
in the table it says you get 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Nothing in it.
Oh, is it because it's hidden from you?
There's two nothings.
Yeah. Maybe.
There's actually two items of type nothing come up on the table.
Did you? Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Maybe it
tell you
is.
what, I'm not going to share this table for you because it'll reveal stuff. But I can take 2 rolls, which are D100 rolls. The first 2 people to roll a D100, I guess. Yeah.
Oh,
83.
Jade!
Well, you got a 17, I got an 83.
Oh yes,
Right.
8 and 3, not an 11.
I rolled a dice 100.
Just out of interest.
The horse has a go.
64.
Not one to be left
You
out.
got 8. Oh yes, not 8. It's not 8, 11. That's a 2d10s.
Yeah, the
Just-
first one's 10, second one's units, 83.
I just rolled the dice 100, so that's where I got my one from. I didn't roll these 2 dice 10s.
I forgot that you just right click and then do that.
You found that on him.
Item.
A small onyx
Onyx orb.
is like patterns. Orbs carved into the surface, usable as an arcane druid focus. I wonder, do we have any druids or arcane people here? No.
Limits arcane. Yes, we do.
Do you
Glimmet.
want to
It's a
put
wizard.
that? Do you want to put that to with your dagger that you have in like?
Oh, Glimmet, did you look at the dagger?
Yeah, because like I wanted a nice dagger.
Oh, I would have, yeah.
We forgot about that.
Rested.
It's in my inventory skeleton if you want to identify it.
Too busy making a skeleton army.
I can identify it. Did you say? Sorry, what was that?
There's the unidentified silver dagger.
Oh,
Who's
we
meant
can
to do it?
Glimmet
Who's
would
meant
have
to do
done the identify ritual. We've had 2 days, probably, in any one of the evenings or whatever.
I can do it at any time. It just takes 11 minutes.
It's not a
Okay,
ritual.
who? I don't know who's got it. Who's?
I've got it. It's in my backpack.
What's it called? Silver dagger?
It's called unidentified item.
It's easier to find it because it's an absolute nightmare looking in these backpacks.
It's between the torch and the water skin, if that helps, Cullen.
Thank you. I'm looking through mountains of stuff here. I'm rummaging through your backpacks. Between the torch and the water skin. Oh, it doesn't even show. Oh, it does. I see. There you go. Okay.
In fact, the morning following that, Glimmet would have given his report, and Sana would have offered the dagger to Bolin.
They will accept said dagger because just put it in the party sheet and I'll drag it off the party sheet.
I can just drag it onto his portrait. I think it should.
It doesn't work that way because
Doesn't
I
it?
tried it on.
Yeah.
I tried it. It wouldn't work for Kerry.
Okay.
Why isn't it moving?
Did you put it into the party sheet?
I just did. Excellent. Drag the right thing.
And then I drag it onto my character.
Okay, so you continue onwards, I guess.
Yep, there's no reason to not. Yeah, that's too far.
Well, I was going to say we've had enough of, unless there's somewhere else you want to go, because I'm going to, we've had a random encounter now, so I'm going to say you spend the next few days, I think it'll be 2 days, will it? 2 more days?
Remember, it's in the jungle, we don't get slowed down. And I just rolled a 28 on survival jungle.
Wow, okay.
Don't forget the rest because there's some people hurt.
So you probably do that on a day, can't you, I guess?
Oh,
End of the day, we get to the edge of the jungle, and then Sana's once again in her element, and we suddenly start moving a lot quicker. Skip over the river for a little bit.
You may be skipping. We take an extra careful steps in the river. Crocodiles, big dinosaurs. You never know what's in that river.
Just don't drink it. It won't be palatable.
Have we rested
Okay.
or not?
You had 2 rests, I think. Skill said.
There you go. I've given you all a long rest, so you should all be feeling much better. Alright. So, on the morning of the 6th day, the 16th of Alturiac, 1492, you will pack up your camp in the morning, and by about just coming up to 11 AM, I don't suppose you'll know that accurately, but it is, you will come to the area that you saw from the Pinnacle of Rock from Mabala, a huge ziggurat in which you've got vines choking it, crawling all over it, is situated in the forest. A massive brick and stone ziggurat rises from the jungle. 2 staircases angle up and across the front face, one from the right, the other from the left, to meet at a landing on the 2nd level 30 foot above your head. That layout repeats on the 2nd level and the 3rd level, but with each successive layer adding less height than the one below it. The 4th level, 60 feet above the jungle floor, is an enclosed shrine or temple, its walls adorned with labyrinth symbols. The jungle encroaches right up to and onto this ancient structure. The first flights of steps are choked with creepers, tree roots and flowering vines. It might have been surrounded by a city long ago, but the jungle is so dense that it would take hours of searching to find buried foundations and tumbled stones. Okay, what's your primeval awareness do?
That's Sana, not Jada. Person. I'll use a first level spell slot, so I keep this up for a minute. Within 6 miles of me, because we're in favoured terrain, I can detect the presence, but not exact location, of aberrations, celestials, dragons, elemental, fae, fiends, and undead. So I'm detecting undead.
Okay, and you choose, do you, or doesn't it just automatically tell you what's there?
It just tells me, basically I get to know, yeah, there are aberrations, there are celestials, there are dragons, there are elementals, there are fae, there are fiends.
Yes,
So at the
you
moment
sense
I'm getting an
my horse.
undead ping.
You get a fae ping as well.
You absolutely, yeah.
Bloody minions.
Yeah.
And
The
undead, yeah, undead and fae.
you get a fey, strong fey presence from here. The look and feel of the undergrowth and the plants and fauna here has got sort of tainted by fey. You think the colours and things look unnatural. In fact, everywhere around you here seems somewhat dreamlike, as if everything's bathed in a soft light, a soft sort of warmly light, which makes everything look very homely and welcoming and not threatening at all, sort of dreamy and sparkly. Everything is around.
No dragons?
No dragons.
Okay.
Oh,
Aberrations, celestials, elemental.
Oh, let me
Only
check
6 miles, so it's no more than the hex.
I'm just checking through all the beasties.
This may take some time.
To be honest, the main one I'm not looking forward to detecting is if there are any fiends.
You have no fiends.
Excellent.
Beasts there are.
Oh, doesn't detect beasts.
Beasts there aren't.
Okay. Well, I probably know that anyway because the favoured enemy has one. Yeah, so it's aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fiends. I won't worry about fae and undead. We know that they're pinging.
Ding. I got the.
Yeah, we're starting to screw up our own abilities here, aren't we?
Yes.
Having all the minions. We no longer help ourselves.
Yeah, there is undead nearby.
Yes, I can see them.
Weird. I'm gonna actually. Can I take that back? I thought there's no fae.
Okay. Well, apart from
Yes, there
Lionel's
is.
horse.
My horse.
Apart from the horse.
Can I make a history check? Because I look at these ruins. Or ziggurat, whatever.
You may. Arcana as well, if you would, please, Clement. Let's give you a complicated skill thing.
Sorry?
Roll Arcana as well, please. I'm doing a complicated check with you, and there we go to investigation as well.
Investigate. Your rolls are great. Who are you?
+8 to all of them.
Okay.
I'm confused now because I thought Naga were aberrations. That might be earlier edition.
Yeah.
Further
Yeah,
on.
no, wow, that's, yeah, okay. It's an entirely different type I didn't know was in 5th edition.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I was pausing, scratching my head. All right. Okay. The city of Uralunga here. You don't know specifically anything about the real history of Uralunga or what became of it, but what you will get with your sort of investigation and arcana and the like is that the feel of this place is of an area of really strong natural. Sorry, natural's probably the wrong word. Strong magic. You'll know of elves creating mythals, areas of great power in regions, and you, whether you visited one or not, this is an area of tremendous power, which perhaps could rival that in strength.
Do such places have any effect on people who wander into them?
It could well, yes, it could well have an effect on you. You'll notice with curiosity and probably great interest the effect it's just having on your vision and your mood. Even everything feels sort of warm and sort of almost cartoon-like in its appearance.
I'm certainly not sensing anything that is anathema to nature.
I'm going to command my minions to stay outside and lie down as a pile of bones and just pretend to be dead until I return.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. And I'll get my owl to disappear into its pocket dimension.
All right. You get a sort of warm, fuzzy feeling in your stomachs, all of you. That sort of like happy warmth you feel, almost like you'll sort of want to start laughing.
There's something wrong. I have an urge to be happy.
Oh, hang on. Oh, you've just dismissed the minions.
Yeah. What?
I was worrying that people were disappearing off the list. I'm like, what's going on?
Should we approach the ziggurat?
We should. Does everyone remember the name of the Naga?
Yes.
Remind us, Balin?
Guardian.
No. Gajan. And
It was
Baza.
called Guardian. He said it was a guardian.
Is it important that we know the name?
I think it's polite if we're here to talk to somebody that we at least remember what they are called.
Oh, okay. Thought maybe it was a witch or something. If you named it, it would. I don't know.
I do not know much about these creatures. I don't even know necessarily what a guardian Naga looks like.
Yeah, I was right. It was called Guardian.
I don't believe we were actually given the name.
Well, it's on the relationship sheet, so
What relationship sheet?
the one in Google Docs. Ruined City of Oralunga, occupant, Shajan and Baza, the guardian.
That one I haven't looked since in Monkey's Ages. That one, okay, great. It's a bad memory.
Can you get reception out here in the middle of the jungle? Bloody hell.
I don't know. So I will go up first and make sure there's no big pit traps like happened last time.
I do not get the feeling that these sorts of things will be here, but go ahead.
I'm being careful because I don't trust you. Investigate is to see if you can think where there were pit traps, is it? And perception is to spot them. So I'm going to investigate first.
This is before you, before you touch the ziggurat.
Because I want to see where was the best place to put a trap if you're trying to climb up them big giant steps.
All right.
Pay close attention to what Balin's doing by walking up the tree roots that cover the steps.
Would my history check indicate whether these things have doors in the side or how do you get in one? Or do you just not get in it?
I thought you just walked up the top and the temple was at the top of it. I don't.
Yeah, there's no actual getting in. It's not hollow. If you do get in, it's through the top, the shrine at the top of it.
What would it
Enclosed
climb?
shrine or temple at the top.
But they're quite often solid structures.
So if I think intelligently how I would place traps in it, I would then do a perception to look for them.
All right, yeah, that's a good idea, Pauline. You have a look, and it's a complete nightmare for you for traps because it's so covered in tree roots and flowering vines and things that it'd be really easy to hide traps in there. And there'd be multiple horrible things that you could do, pits and all sorts of
I will
things.
do my extra slow movement and do active perception all the way.
Okay, which staircase are you going up? There's two staircases, one on...
I don't know what the difference is between them.
right
the
or
left and
left?
the right one.
I'll go up the one that looks cleaner. One of them must look cleaner than the other,
Okay,
That's good.
the steps from the ground to the first tier are 50 feet long and rise up 30 feet high. Who's going? Barley, you going first? Did you say?
Yep. They'll
Okay.
be checking everything on the way up. Right, so that's acrobatics, isn't it? I mean,
You don't.
It's athletics climbing, I think.
athletics climbing. Okay.
It is athletics, but you don't actually need a climbing check for it because the ascent isn't that steep. They are just sort of large stairs which you can steps which you
I
can
thought you
climb up.
said they were for. I thought you said the steps were 30 feet high. That's what I was. Okay.
Oh.
No, not each individual step, the whole set of stairs.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
So you, the first step, you put your foot onto the bottom step of the ziggurat, and the vines around there immediately start to enclose around your foot, and sharp thorns pierce your boots and stick into you, and you take 1 damage.
That means it's on the first page. 1 damage.
Do you step on
I
the
go.
second step?
I go. No, I jump back down and go. Ah! The plants are attacking me.
I think the place is cast.
Dana was going to walk up the other set, but on the tree roots rather than the steps.
Go.
Does that happen
can
to her as well, or?
I still caught by the roots though, or did that go?
They let go, they just
Oh.
kind of scratch you sort of maliciously, magically in fact. And Sana, sorry, what was it you were saying? I kind of missed that.
So while Barlin was doing that, Sana was going to head up the other flight, but via the roots. So basically not stepping on the things, and they're covered by roots, so walking along the tree roots.
Okay, it still happens as soon as you step on it. The vines quickly tangle around your foot and pierce you for 1 point of damage. It's just on the first step. However, in the vines next to you, you notice something odd. It's a very tiny creature which is looking at you most curiously. They look like this.
No, Warbling, you can't have a pet.
Oh. Hang on, I'm trying to see what that is. Or is it the little black doody thing with the
Eight faces.
hair and the weird hair?
It is.
Weird face.
There's just with the weird masks, yeah, there's just one of them, and it's looking at you, Sana, with its head cocked.
Okay. Before I say anything, are the vines still gripping my foot, and continuing to do damage, or is it just like you put your foot down and they go in?
You put your foot down, they go in, yeah. So it's not
In-
continuing.
Charlton, I will ask him, are you a guardian here?
He leans down and tugs with sort of both hands at a sorry, one moment, I'm going to make sure I get this right or I'll mess it all up. A large orange and purple orchid, which it sort of plucks, it nearly sort of staggers off his feet because the orchid's nearly as big as he is. He holds the purple orchid, waves at you. At this point, you notice that the mask he's got looks like a Triceratops' head. At that moment, it basically turns and charges up the steps. The thorns and vines all start to part before it and then close immediately behind it.
Just say thank you, I think. Look down around to see if I can find a similar flower.
Yeah, there's okay, so nature roll. Yep, you immediately find a orange and purple orchid, which is very similar to the one that the Chwinger, the little man.
I'll reach down and pluck one, and turn to the rest of the group. I'll try this first, but before I go any further, and I'll point out if I can see any others of these flowers. And then he charged up the stairs. I'll walk at a pace. I won't run. Unless the act of running is what makes it part, at which point I'll start running as soon as I take some damage.
Okay, as you start to ascend the steps, not running, the vines do begin to part from you as you cling onto your purple and orange flower orchid. You don't need to run.
Get to the top. I seem to be okay. You should follow.
The vines sort of close quickly behind you as you on your path as you walk, Sana.
I'm not walking anywhere.
On this landing,
burn all
are there any
plants.
vines here? Or is the first landing clear?
The second landing, you can see now the steps that stretch up from here. The stone here is crumbling from age and decay. There's not lots of vines, but it just looks like sort of lots of gravel and crumbling stone here.
I won't move very far from the top of the stairs just in case there's other risks up here. Wait here, ready for other people to follow.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm waiting for Glimmet to burn all the plants.
I don't think it's wise to upset whatever power is at work here. I'll look around for another of those flowers.
Okay, nature check, please.
Get more than one then if you're going to go plant that.
Yeah. Can I find enough for everyone?
yeah.
Also, can you have advantage because I was indicating as well.
Yeah, and with advantage, well, the 15 will do it. After sort of 5 minutes, you'll be able to get a flower for everybody. What's Jade doing and things while this is going on?
Oh, that's the point. She'll have to come up as well, won't she? Not Jade. Pick that flower. Not Jade. Jade, listen to me. That flower. Try and command her to. Oh, Glimmet, give her a flower.
Yeah, I'll try and put a flower between her teeth.
Glimmet sort of Jade will...
Approaches Jade. Jade's up. Jade, stop it. Take the flower from Glimmet.
I guess Jade will eventually. The coaxing of Sana.
Is the little dude on this level? Or did he run off?
Well, the rest of you all managed to catch up by each carrying an orchid. However, you get to this level, you can't see a Chwinger. I'll let you know they're called Chwingers at this stage. Can't see anything apart from the rubble that lies ahead.
Which are the swingers, the ropes, or the flower? Sorry,
The
the
little
plants
guys.
and the flower. Oh, the little guys. Okay.
Cautiously approach the next set of stairs. Or is there anything around here? Any symbols or iconography or language?
Other plants of different colors.
Not really. It's pretty much all ruined here and crumbling. It all looks a scene of decay and yeah, crumbling rock.
You think she's dead?
Oh, snake lady.
Hmm.
She is in the middle of the jungle. It could have happened.
Is there? Sorry, how do we proceed?
There's
We
another
keep
set
on-
of stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Right.
crumbling stairs.
Shejen, are you here?
Silence of the jungle.
Are there more? Is it more covered in vines? These thorny
The
vines again.
basically we've got a ziggurat which has got sort of levels to it, like steps as they go up. The first one was covered in vines. The second one here is essentially just crumbling rock and gravel, and this one leads up 30 feet long and rises 20 feet.
So, Clement, you know, the roots had like claws and try to kill me. Now, what would you think would be in this type of rocky surface that would try and kill us?
Perhaps you'll fall through the floor. Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. I thought your guess would be better than mine.
Head towards the other set of steps, but skirt around the edge of the landing. Don't go in a straight line.
Okay, you'll be able to skirt right the way around the edge. Are you trying to ascend at all?
Once I get to the bottom of the step, I'll look back at the group. Should we check further or just?
Oh, you go up that next ledge, and we'll let you know what happens.
Do you think?
I'm right behind you.
You don't think if we wait long enough, we'll see that Chewinga?
Did we even talk to it?
I did. I did what I was doing here, and it immediately grabbed a flower and ran up the stairs.
Sounds like it was one way. It didn't talk back to you.
It didn't talk back. It had a triceratops mask, though, if that means anything.
Listen and see if you can hear any talking.
Chewinga.
I think probably a limit. If you want to make me a Arcana, I'll take a roll. There's probably only you that's got a chance who's likely to have encountered them actually, or anything. Okay, the little guy. You think it could be a Chewinga, as I've mentioned, which is you'll have heard of as being a tiny elemental sort of spirit. They can live in plants, rocks and rivers, and they always live far away from civilization. Painfully shy things, they prefer usually to be unseen. To see one is exceptionally rare and is often considered a blessing to actually have seen one. They're not known to be hostile creatures, although they do have a fascination with humanoids. They are often sort of a puzzle over them, trying to fathom the trappings of civilization, armor and weapons, tools and things, cooking and the like.
They ask us if we're gods, we say yes.
Oh, sorry, did you say elemental? Sorry. I didn't realise
right.
it was on there. Sorry, that was my fault. Yes, you certainly detected elementals. I apologise.
Wouldn't have changed anything, but the more you know. Well, they didn't seem to come out until somebody attempted to ascend the stairs before. So,
It was probably my blood. It made them appear.
with a deep breath, Sana will place a foot on the first step.
Okay, it begins to crumble, and it's really hard, even for you, who's used to outdoor, inclement terrain, to get a footing.
Okay, step back. Is it? Obviously, the stairs ascend. One edge of the stairs is obviously facing outwards, I'm assuming, and one is facing the wall of the pyramid, or do they ascend the actual slope?
Oh, the ascender slope. Yeah.
So
yeah.
is either side of them is within the wall or against the wall?
It's sort of within the wall.
Okay, so try putting weight on the foot closer to the wall in case it's sturdier at that point.
Okay, as you try and ascend, you'll get a little way, but the everything you touch starts to turn to gravel, to sand, and you just start to slip back down. At that point, you see another Chwenga. This time, he is standing there. He's wearing a chameleon's head mask. He's carrying the orange and purple orchid that he had before, but in his other hand, he's now grasping a red parrot feather. As he does, as he sees that you've seen him, he rushes up, and he appears to be literally as light as a feather on the fragile surface as he scampers up to the final tier.
Okay. Did anyone else see that?
I'm sure I did.
Look around for a bird.
Look around for a parrot. Red.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough. You can actually find the red parrot feathers around just in the layer of undergrowth that you've just sort of passed through. Unusually, you find sort of red parrot feathers there.
Next time you go into the next tier, look on the ground for something that doesn't exist.
I think that's the last tier, but okay.
Oh. But anyway.
Hand me a feather.
Strong feather.
Get a feather.
I don't know what a feather is.
Sana ties it into her hair next to the orchid, and then tentatively tries the steps. Although this time she will pick Jade up in her one arm.
Okay, as you try the steps, you feel yourself light, almost like you're not touching the surface of the ground as you walk, almost like there's sort of a cushion of air between your feet and the surface of the ziggurat as you manage to climb.
This feels weird. And then stop at the top. It's safe, well, at least so far.
I'm going to climb up too, but I'll be flapping both my hands to see.
Yeah, climb up or follow Sana's example.
You all manage to get up in the same way. It's a very curious floating sensation you all get as you reach the third tier. The steps from
Does
level...
it also kick off on Lionel's horse?
Oh, Lionel, it'll be difficult to sort of ride up there because of the angle of the slope, or you take...
I'm leaving the horse down at the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
I just image of this horse tentatively going, oh, this is weird.
Yeah, freaking him out.
Like one of them cows that go upstairs, you can't get back down again.
Mm.
The steps from
However,
level...
I'm constantly talking to it in case anything comes from below, so it'll tell me.
The steps from level 2 to 3, and the third level being the level of the shrine. So this is the last part that you have to get past. It only rises 12 feet high, but it's sort of 20 feet long because of the angle. The stairs here are in excellent condition, but what you first thought from the ground were vines, maybe they were at the time, you notice are now swarms of poisonous snakes slithering over them, probably thousands of really venomous snakes which crawl out through holes in the stone and across the stone.
Snakes.
I'm looking for something that's odd, because everything had something odd. So I'm looking specifically for that odd thing.
You look for something odd and you see a Chwinger sitting there, a little guy with mad hair and a mask which resembles a mongoose's face. Is looking at you, Barlin. It's carrying a red parrot feather, an orange and purple orchid. At the bottom step, it whacks the snake with an orchid to make it angry. It then leans forward, strokes the snake's flank gently with the feather to calm it down, and then it lies on the ground facing the snake, whereupon the reptile crawls through the mouth of the mask and inside the Chwinger. The Chwinger then begins to slither up the steps like a snake, untroubled by any of the other snakes.
Everyone turns to look at Sana.
We'll wait for you now. Thank you.
Okay, give me a second. I just need to see if I know anything about these snakes.
Yeah, there'll be a local, very poisonous type of snake. The type that one bite would kill people. They're quite rare. Not seen
In these
often.
numbers.
Oh yeah, you just doesn't happen seeing them in this numbers. Thousands of them. It's not natural that there's thousands of these here.
Are Chewinga ever malicious?
They haven't been so far, but I'm probably the person with the best chance of
Eating the snake.
wrangling the snake. I
think it's eating.
Do you know where to hold the snake to prevent it from biting you correctly, or
Dead.
no, when it's not dead, to stop? Anyway, I'll give it a try. You need to get here.
Just hit it with a flower and then tickle it with the feather and then.
I saw what it did. I just need to make sure there's no risk. Well, no undue risk.
If you die, we'll bury you. Worry about it.
I'll carefully detach the feather and the orchid from her hair and hunker down. She looks like she knows her way around snakes, so I can give it a good try.
Okay, as you prepare yourself, Glimmet, to answer your question, the Chwinger, they're not particularly malicious as such, although they would be considered sort of true neutral. They have done things harm in the past, but it's usually because they are more fascinated and uncaring in a way. They've got a distant, perhaps, approach to look at things.
They're not tricky. Like they don't enjoy tricks.
No, they don't. No, it's curiosity with them. They're a fascination with things that are alien to them. Humans and people, civilizations are.
I've got an idea. Clement, can you make your oil hit a snake with a flower, tickle it with a feather, and let it eat the snake? Does it eat snakes? Doesn't your bird?
Well, I would have thought Jade would be quite keen to eat snakes.
Yes, even a bite from these would be lethal. Let me try to replicate. They've helped us so far.
Taking so long.
Select a snake around the edge.
Okay.
attract attention, do the whole keeping its eyes to my eyes, and try my hardest to repeat process.
Okay. So you hit it first with the orchid, which seems
Yep.
to make it angry. It'll turn and hiss at you.
Keep its eye contact. When it, I'm assuming it rears. Is it like a pythony type?
It
Suppose
does, and its black eyes are staring at you unblinkingly.
And cautiously, without breaking eye contact, reach out with a feather and rub its underbelly with the feather.
Okay. As you do so, it seems to calm, and it lies back down, sort of on its belly.
I'll put the feather in the orchid safe and then hands down on the floor, lean down in front of it. And again, taking a deep breath, just emulate what the Chwinger did.
The snake begins to slide slowly towards you, and it raises itself up slightly, and it pushes its head against your lips.
Okay. Feeling slightly violated. Open my mouth.
Sorry. It starts to slither inside your mouth. Make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Da, 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 da.
Can I get any weird advantage on this because of favoured enemy beasts and stuff like that?
No, I'm sorry. Although you do have an inspiration.
I'll use that.
Oh, you passed that with ease. Okay, you take the creature. It as it slides down into your belly, you'll feel it sort of wriggle in your throat as it goes past your esophagus, and then it appears to you don't sort of feel it anymore. It's as if it's sort of dissipated. What do you do now?
I will. I'm thinking, should I grab Jade? I think I should grab Jade, and then attempt to emulate the movement of the snake.
Okay, you're taking Jade with you?
Yes.
Okay, you begin to sort of slither on your belly. As you do, the snake sort of shrink away from you, regarding you with their black eyes as you manage to ascend the stairs. However, they attack Jade.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to change because there's only. It was only 12 feet, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Can I just toss Jade?
you can try.
Ranged attack?
Go on, I'll be generous.
You still light.
How do I do a ranged attack that isn't actually on a? Oh, I'll just work it out.
I'll just do a dex throw if you want.
Dex with proficiency, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah, saving throw, that's exactly the same, isn't it?
go for it. Okay, you throw Jade accurately. You're pretty sure she would have made it to the top. However, it seems like there's some sort of force, maybe a wind of some description, which sort of gently bounces her back, and she sort of lands back at your feet.
Okay, I won't risk it then. I'll go up along my belly.
Okay, you slide up on your belly. The snakes slide away from you, creating a path before enveloping the stone stairs behind you as you slither up on your on your belly to reach the top. Well done.
That was very strange. I'm not feeling any urge to regurgitate snake at this point, am I?
No, you feel quite normal actually. You don't feel like there's anything, in there at all, really.
Basically, call back down. There's A little bit of a heaving thing when the snake goes down, but it seems to be okay.
Yeah,
But Jade, stay there.
eating bugs and everything. Now you're eating snakes. You think I'm going to trust you?
Right, see if you could do whatever needs to be done without the rest of us, please.
Yeah.
Really?
You need us, call, but yeah.
We'll be here. We'll be here for you. We're providing moral support.
No, I'm too curious. I can't wait here.
Oh, I'll go as well.
I mean, my flaws and traits to pretty much tell me I can't stay here. So I'm gonna repeat what Sana did.
We got a constitution roll.
Okay, so yeah, you repeat what Sana did. You anger and then soothe the snake. You lie down on the floor and it slithers up to you. It pushes its head against your lips. Do you let it inside?
Yeah.
Okay, it's you'll feel it wriggle down past your esophagus and disappear down into your belly, where it just feels empty, almost like it's dissipated.
Now what's happens to Lionel now? This would be funny. What was interesting about it?
Okay, you wriggle forward, Glimmet, and you manage to reach the top as well. All the snakes part as you wriggle your way to the top. And somebody else having a go, is it Lionel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Lionel, as you swallow the snake, you feel a massive pain, a burning, stabbing sensation coming from within your chest. You try to scream, but your mouth gags and you just sort of, in silence, as you basically just a thin stream of wind escapes, your eyes start to bulge and your face goes red. And you take damage. Sorry, Lionel, it's like pick on Lionel day today, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
As that happens, then as soon as the sensation has took you, it dissipates and you suddenly feel okay again. Apart from the damage you take.
I
Could have been a lot worse.
Slither forward. Yeah. A couple of low rolls there.
You need to write that in to your damage.
I've got damage.
As you try to slither forward, you immediately notice that it hasn't worked. The snakes all sort of turn at you and start to hiss and spit.
Back down then as soon as that happens.
Okay. Anyone else, or is Lionel trying again?
That did not look very tempting.
Lionel, don't try to swallow. Just
It's
let
not
it
to
go
me,
down
it's
your
up to me the
throat.
dice rolls.
Yes, like an oyster. Remember the oysters we got at Port Nyanzaru? Just like those.
I think I'm going to have to carry on trying because I feel like I should be up there with them helping just in case.
Okay, you give it another go, and the I think just for amusement value, I'm going to give you inspiration.
I think I can say minus to mine.
Yeah,
I will spend
really
it.
making you wretch now. Getting disadvantage.
Ooh, phew.
In fact, you've all got inspiration for this next bit. Did you do it with inspiration? You did, didn't you? So if you want to tick off your head.
Yep, I did.
Okay, this time it wriggles down, and the only thing you've got going through your mind this time is like an oyster, and you you gulp it down. And this time it you feel it go into your body and it dissipates, and it's sort of a warm sensation unlike before. And you manage to slither on your belly up the final steps to the top of the pyramid. So we have just Barlin and Warblin remaining there. Do you wish to try, or?
Barlin is not trying. Barlin is no way putting any snake down his mouth.
Barlin sitting there with his arms folded.
I see
tastes
what
like-
I'm gonna try that.
Tastes like chicken. If that helps.
Yeah, chicken. That's like slithering.
Just try not
I
to.
think we'll just guard the back entrance just in case anything
Yeah,
happens.
yeah. That's what we're doing. Guarding.
Okay. Jade, stay with Wobbling. Okay, good girl.
Look after him.
You've got your owl.
Okay.
Oh, check in with my horse that everything's okay down there.
Oh, I don't know. What's Clement going to do with Zyle?
He's in Pocket Dimension.
Oh, okay.
He's cheating. He's getting past it.
I'd like to go with it.
He's cheating, yeah, he's cheating. Okay, so those of you that are left of the party exploring the top, you find at the top has got a shrine on there. It's a simple rectangular structure of brick. The outside walls are decorated with symbols that look like this, which Sana and most of you will probably recognise instantly as being the holy symbol of Uptao.
Oh yeah, it's a maze.
Uptao. The maze symbol. Beyond the doorway is a barren and dusty room. Check passive perceptions.
I think actively looking at this point in time.
Everyone apart
Hello?
from...
Sajin Nabaza? Hello?
You notice an aroma of incense coming from the inside. It seems barren and dusty. You get no response to your call.
Is it some kind of illusion? I have to interact. Can I see if the dust is real at the very threshold of the room? Perhaps wipe some with my toe.
Are you okay? Yeah, you poke the dust at the edge of the doorway. It seems real enough.
And this symbol, is it on the outside or on the inside or on the portal?
It's on the outside, the walls of the shrine. There's quite a
Is it
few
just the
of
one
them.
or are there multiple?
Multiple, yeah.
Oh, I'll shout, Barlin, we could use you up here.
Snakes eat no.
Does, seeing as she is a follower of Uptao, be it possibly a splinter sector that stayed back on the other side of the planet, are there any traditions or customs? I know that part of Uptao's testing is life is a journey, it's a maze that you have to work your way through. And the destination is obviously the middle, but I'm not sure if that is just a metaphorical thing or if there's actually some kind of obsession with labyrinths to the Uptao cult.
You'll know it's thought to be good luck to use your finger to trace the path from the edge to the centre of his symbol.
I'll do that then, probably without even thinking about it if it's a common thing.
Yeah, that's a fairly common thing.
And I'll utter a prayer under my breath to Uptao as well. I know he doesn't normally listen to them, but do that anyway. And we're here to see what's at the top here, so again, with a breath, she just confidently takes a single step into the room.
Okay, the rest of you, Susanna, take a breath, step confidently into the room and disappear before your eyes.
So this is the top, as in it wouldn't have any other exits, unless there was a secret door on the floor, was it?
Correct, yeah. Unless there's like a door in the base and the shrine itself. It's basically you're at the top of the pyramid now.
And it has only one entrance. We can't circle around it and look in other entrances.
There's only one entrance, yes. It's not
I
very
think
big.
I suggest we wait 30 seconds in case Sana steps back and tells us what she's seen.
Not
Okay, how many combat rounds is 30 seconds? It's
Maybe
5.
12 seconds then. Two rounds.
2.
okay. 2
6
rounds.
seconds. One round.
You wait 2 rounds, and then what do you do?
I'll step in.
Okay, you step in. Lionel disappears.
Yeah, I'll follow them.
Okay, and Glimmet heads in.
Oh, you step in right in after Lionel. You don't give him 2 rounds to get ripped to pieces by the Tarrasque at the top of the ziggurat.
All right. So, you 3 chosen ones. As you go in, there's a swirling sort of mist sensation, and you find yourself in a room. Hanging lamps illuminate the room, while incense burners fill with exotic scents and curling smoke. Cushions and reed mats cover the floor. Pots of blooming flowers line the plastered walls, and singing birds flit from plant to plant. An immense snake with an iridescent scales rests on a heap of cushions opposite the doorway. It rises slowly to a height of 5 feet, staring directly into your eyes as it moves. Its face is remarkably human-like, and its tongue flicks before it speaks. I am Saja Nabaza. What do you seek in this ancient place? Speak truly, for I hear your heart.
Look towards Lionel. Look towards Glimmet.
I'm not sure if we've come through yet. You've got 2 rounds.
Did we all come through at the same time, or is there a delay?
There is a delay. You have got 12 seconds on your own here, Sana, before the others arrive.
We have. Look around. See, there's no one else here. Oh, we had hoped to find out information about the death curse, the soulmonger, and personally, I am very interested in anything about Razni.
I see. You are a curious one, I see. You come from afar, but yet you return here, the place of your people, and of much sadness.
Yes, my family never left, but I was forced to leave, so I would follow the path of my ancestors to here.
A very noble goal. And as she says that, Glimmet and Lionel sort of appear looking bemused. It's a very plush room. It's almost sort of dreamlike in its tranquility.
Oh, thank Ubteo I'm not here on my own.
And we have other guests. Please introduce yourselves to me.
My name is Sana.
My name is Lionel Dawn of Baldur's Gate.
I'm called Glimmet.
I see. And you all come here with the same purpose, to find knowledge of Razni, find knowledge of the soulmonger and the death curse which is afflicting so many at the moment.
Glimmet looks nervously at the other two and says, well, what is the secret of the Lich's phylactery?
Look at Clement, I have no idea what that means.
What?
I would like to know this curse and how to undo it. But I'd also wish to know this. We met a woman recently. What her intentions are and how we can stop her.
A noble heart, I
An old
see.
lady. Sorry.
A noble heart, I see you have. And she'll turn to you, Glimmet, and says, the knowledge of the Lich's phylactery is one of terrible sacrifice, eternal pain, and power. It is a thing you should not research, but no doubt will, a thing that you should avoid encountering, but you are destined to.
Do you see the future then?
Before we ask any more questions, do we have a limited number question?
Yeah, 2. That was your second.
I have limited time, but not limited questions, and I wish to help. I have visions. I have seen the one you speak of, Sana, the Razni, the one who caused so much death and misery to this land and to your people. He is linked to the other question that you asked me of, that of
The soulmonger.
of the soulmonger. Although I do not
I
know
knew it.
much about this death curse, I do know I have seen Razni and his Yuan-Ti followers. They're scheming to end end the world from their lair in the lost city of Omu.
Omu? Have I heard of Omu?
Omu is a almost legendary lost city. While Mesro was sort of the spiritual, religious capital of the land, Omu was something of the administrative functions. It was where the priests, sorry, not the priests, the princes, the royal houses of Chult lived. Omu, it lies between the peaks of Flame and the Valley of Lost Honour. This is where you will find what you seek. However, Omu is difficult to locate. It lies sunken beneath the level of the surrounding jungle. It was built in a level below the jungle. It would be easiest to find from the air or high ground. I do not know exactly where it is, aside from it being between the peaks of Flame and the Valley of Lost Honour.
It's underground, you say?
Not underground, but it sits below ground level in a indentation in the ground.
Like a basin.
A basin, yes, quite. I remember Rasni's first uprising and the terrible pain and devastation he wrought upon this land. I urge you to kill him, both as punishment for his past atrocities and to prevent the possibility of any recurrence of them.
Can you give us any help in how to kill him? I imagine he is rather powerful, if he can do all this.
He is powerful, and I will offer my assistance to you, should you give me your oath this day that you will slay Rasni.
Yes.
I will
have
give
my
my oath to do everything I can to slay Rasni. Sorry.
Is Rasni and the Soulmonger the same? Are they identical?
They are not. The Soulmonger and Rasni, though I fear that they are linked somehow, I do not believe he is the sole creator of it.
In the name of Ubteo, I will do this thing for you. How do his followers wish to bring about their goal? Are they seeking to awaken Dendar?
I do not know exactly their plans, however, awakening Dendar has long been the goal of those that would seek to end the world and bring about an age of darkness.
And with no spear bearers to prevent it, them having been killed by it must be what he plans. I say for the third time, I will do this thing.
And her eyes will look upon you, Glimmet, and you. Do you give your oath?
To try and kill this Rasni.
To slay Rasni.
Yes, very well. Yes, I give my oath.
And I fulfill my part of the bargain. I said that I would give you each a support and help, and I will give you each a gift. A small gift, but one that may help you in your task. Sorry guys, I've been kind of missing what you've been talking about in chat, so I'm just going to have a quick look back.
Oh, we're just talking to each other because there's nothing for us.
Yeah, yeah, nothing to do. He's just like wondering what's going on.
Drinking they're dead? Nah, maybe not.
Alright, I'm going to actually, because we're coming up to 20 past, I'm going to leave it with this blessing. I'm going to link this to you. Okay, she will give you each a
Ooh.
charm. And there's a selection of charms. It just says here, assign something to the characters that are appropriate to their roles in the party. I'm going to let you sort of make suggestions based on that. It's the list of charms, which is down the page a bit, not the blessings. So they're not mega powerful, but they are.
The Glimmet's going to be the obvious one there.
Not mega powerful. Blessing of health.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Oh, no, it's the charm.
Sorry.
So I was looking at is it the charm or the blessing?
Charm.
It's just the charm, sorry. Yeah,
I
the
was about to
charm.
say. Charm of animal conjuring, charm of dark vision, charm of feather falling, charm of heroism,
Charm of the Slayer.
charm of restoration.
So this is the charm
Charm
show
of
on the bottom or
Did
something?
the rest of us get those as well, or only the
No,
ones?
no, we
You weren't there.
So it was only the
Didn't-
ones that went.
Didn't
Yeah.
swallow the snake.
Maybe if we could.
I'm trying to find where the list of charms are on this list, though.
It's
Only-
further
I'm
down.
only seeing the blessings, and then
If you
it goes
go down
to the
past
spells.
periaptive wound closure, that's the last one, and then after that is charms.
And with that, unless you've anything else you want to ask her quickly, I'm going to. She will revert you back to the top of the shrine.
Can't think of anything.
Oh, here we go.
There's a swirling sensation
Did
there.
she
And
say anything about this Nana Poo Poo?
oh, sorry, you did ask her specifically, and I forgot. She is a. What did you ask her specifically? What she was, or something?
What her intentions were, and was it how we could stop her, or how we could find her?
Nana Poo Poo is a terrible blighted soul. She thrives upon the misery and torment of others. She initially went to Mabala under the guise of being a benefactor to them. She began doing nice things for them to win their trust, but eventually her ways led the people to their destruction. She pitted them against each other, spawned fear and paranoia among them, disease, sickness and insanity, until only she remained in the city of Mabala. If it is that she has taken notice of you, then she will no doubt return. She may have... Well, you would be unlucky if it was that she had chosen you as her new muse to torment and to cause misery upon. You must slay her, for if she has picked you as such, she will not stop until your life is ruined.
Excellent. Sounds good.
So that'll cheer you up.
Well, this week he's called Doom and Doom, and last week he got offended with a girlfriend. 2 weeks ago.
I can't open any of these flipping items. How do I?
Probably because your library's closed. Because the
Which
library's
library do I? Which one do I need open to be able to look at them?
I thought I'd had them
It doesn't
open.
let me open them all. Sorry.
probably
Doing these
Xander's Guide
spells.
to Everything Players is probably or the Tomb of Annihilation
I've got that
Players.
one open. That one.
Player's Guide. Oh, it might be
Player's
Dungeon
Guide.
Master's Guide. Did I share that?
Probably not.
Yeah, they probably are. It was probably a link to the Dungeon Master's Guide. Which one did you want to look at?
Any of them at the moment. The swords.
It says right beside him what to do though.
So the vitality is a one-off, isn't it?
Yeah, it's there you
Is
go.
that all?
Shush.
Sorry, he was getting excited then.
He has to roll on the table to see which Dragon Slayer sword he gets.